We all know T20 series clash between India and West Indies took place towards the end of 2019 when the Windies were the visitors. In the second match of that series, the entire stadium was chanting the name of one player. That's not new. We have all heard different crowd chants like But, we have all heard this chant only when that player walks into the pitch to bat. Or, sometimes when that player hits a few sixes or boundaries. Or even sometimes in few rare occasions when retired players step into the ground. But in the second match of that series, that player whose name was being chanted was neither batting nor bowling or fielding. To be frank, that player was not even a part of the playing 11. He was just a substitute, walking outside the boundary rope. The even more interesting thing is that, this player has not played much matches for India. But, still he has got a huge fan base and immense support from spectators who started chanting his name as soon as they spotted him walking outside the boundary line. In fact, cricket fans all over the world are waiting for this man to give a comeback into the national team. If you can't stand the suspense, watch it yourself. Yes, in this video, we will be looking about the life story of our Chachu, Sanju Samson. And we will see what has he achieved so much that fans globally are eagerly waiting for this man to give a comeback. Without further ado, let's begin the video. Our story begins on the 11th of November 1994, in Trivandrum in Kerala when Samson Vishwanath and Lizzie Vishwanath gave birth to a beautiful boy whom they named Sanju Vishwanath Samson. Samson's dad had been working as a constable in Delhi police, while his mom was a homemaker. So, Sanju had to move from Trivandrum to Delhi in his early days. Before looking into Samson's life, let's take a quick peek into his father's life. Because, the man behind Samson's success was his dad. If you ask what was his father doing in his childhood, he was playing a sport which was very famous in his state, that is Kerala. If you guessed that Samson's dad too was a cricketer like him, sorry guys. His dad was a footballer. As far as Kerala is concerned, football has 4 times more fans when compared to cricket. The reason is simple. Just like how British came to Bengal and popularized cricket, Portuguese too came to Kerala and Goa, and popularized football. Back to the topic, Samson's father had been a match-winning footballer for Kerala state team. Years passed by and his father left the game to focus on his studies and later got married to Lily and became a father of 2 children. Samson's father knew that in Kerala, many footballers would rise anytime and Kerala would win many cups. But, Kerala was not a successful team in cricket. So, Samson's father had a dream that at least one of his 2 children must become a cricketer and take Kerala's cricket team to great heights. Therefore, Sanju's dad gave both of his children a proper cricket coaching. His father made several incredible sacrifices for this, which we will see later in the video. Sanju was born in such a sport-loving family where he was induced to become a cricketer. As I had said earlier, Sanju Samson had been living in New Delhi and did his primary schooling in Rosary Senior Secondary School there. One more thing. When we look into places like Delhi, there would be heavy competition in the field of cricket. Giving a breakthrough into Delhi's Ranji side was very difficult. And that too for someone from the south to get into Delhi's Ranji team is impossible. It is like squeezing water from stone. And Samson's father had a big question mark. How can my son beat all odds and join the Delhi Ranji team? With this worry, Sanju's father made an incredible sacrifice. His father resigned his police job and went back to Kerala with his family. After Sanju came to Kerala, he got himself enrolled in St. Joseph's Higher Secondary School. and Sanju Samson became a brilliant cricketer at the tender age of 11. Therefore, he was called for various local tournaments. But this was not so easy for a 11-year-old Samson. Because Samson was still at school and had to focus at his academics too, and also, he went to school only after the school started, because he had his practice sessions since early mornings. Generally 99.9% of such cricket players drop themselves out of the school in order to focus on training. But Samson was not a part of this 99.9%. He took his studies as serious as he took cricket. If you ask how? Samson always took his school books along with his kit for tournaments and for training sessions. When he was waiting for his turn, or while traveling, or even during the innings break, Sanju did nothing except reading the book he had brought. In few cases when Sanju Samson had away matches, he used to leave the match halfway and take a flight to Trivandrum and then go to the examination center directly from the airport. After he arrived at the school, he used to change his uniform, and as soon as he completes the exam, he used to give the paper to the examiner and then go to the airport and then fly back to play matches. With such difficulties, Sanju Samson completed his schooling and started his college life in Marivanios College, Trivandrum. There, Sanju completed his arts degree too. Earlier, I had said that Samson had played extraordinarily since his age of 10. But, what had he done? He captained the Kerala under-13 team and hit a phenomenal century in his debut match as a captain. Not only that, an under-13 tournament had been happening in the South Zone with 5 matches for each team in the group stage. In that tournament, Sanju gave a top-notch performance by hitting 4 centuries in the 5 games and became the talk of the town at an inexperienced age of 13. Due to his tremendous knocks, Sanju was given chances at the Kerala under-16 and under-19 teams. If you ask what had Sanju done at the under-16 level, he hit a magnificent double century in an under-16 South Zone tournament. At that time, there were no one to have hit a double century in ODIs. God of cricket, Sachin Tendulkar himself hit a double century only in 2010 at the age of 36. But, Sanju did this when he was just 15. But the only difference was that Sachin hit it in an international match against South Africa, and Sanju hit it in a domestic match against Goa in Vijay Merchant Trophy. And Sanju became the youngest cricketer to hit a double century. After this top-class performance, Sanju was given a chance in Kerala's senior Ranji team. Sanju also played important knocks there. But, still was not so popular. And he was picked up by the Kolkata Knight Riders in IPL 2012 auctions. But, didn't find a spot in the playing 11. Thus, Samson was unable to prove himself in the IPL arena. The next season, Sanju Samson was picked by Rajasthan Royals in the IPL auctions for his base price of 10 lakh rupees. It may seem like a small amount. But, it won't be so small if you look at his age. He was only 18 years old when the Royals picked him. He made his debut on April 13, 2013 when the regular wicketkeeper was injured. He came to bat at number 6 and hit 27 not out on his debut match. But, was not popular still. But, Sanju's fame spread like wildfire on one day. It was the 29th of April 2013. It was on this day when Rahul Dravid understood Sanju Samson's potential and gave him an opportunity to bat in their 9th game against the mighty Royal Challengers Bangalore. In that match, Rajasthan Royals were chasing a mammoth target of 172 when Samson was promoted up the order to number 3. In that match, Sanju Samson hit a 41-ball 63 that was handy for Rajasthan Royals to beat RCB. And, Sanju Samson won his first Man of the Match award for that knock. With that knock, Samson became the youngest cricketer to hit a half-century in IPL by breaking the previous record set by Shreyas Goswami. On May 3, 2013, he won the Nayi Soch Award in his 4th IPL match against Pune Warriors India. He came at a tense situation and stitched a useful partnership with Stuart Binney and propelled Rajasthan to another win. In the 2013 season, he won the Emerging Player of the Year award through an online poll on the IPL website. Apart from his IPL debut and brilliant season, the year 2013 was special for Samson, because he was appointed as the vice-captain for India's Under-19 World Cup team that year. He was the 6th highest run scorer in that tournament despite the fact that India didn't reach the playoffs. Samson even made his breakthrough Ranji performance that year in which he took 530 runs. His next big Ranji season was 2017-18 where he took 627 runs in just 7 matches. On 12th of October 2019, Sanju Samson smashed a double century in a Vijay Hazare match against Goa. With this knock of 212 not out, Sanju broke 3 records. One was the highest List A score in Indian domestic circuit. He also broke the record of the fastest to hit 200 runs by accomplishing the feat in just 125 balls. He also stitched a 338-run partnership with Sachin Baby, and that remains the highest partnership by 2 Indians. Even, the duo surpassed India's highest ODI partnership. That is Sachin and Dravid's 331-run partnership. If we focus his IPL career, in 2014, Rajasthan Royals retained him and he became one of the top run-getters for Rajasthan in that season. He lost his tremendous form in the 2015 season. In 2016, when Rajasthan Royals was suspended due to involvement in illegal betting, Sanju Samson had to shift to another team. The retired Rahul Dravid, who became the head coach of Delhi Daredevils, invested his trust on Samson again and signed him for 4.2 crores. And Sanju Samson repaid Dravid's hope by being the 3rd highest run-getter for his team. In the next season, Sanju Samson hit his maiden IPL century on the 17th of April 2017 against rising Pune Supergiants in 62 balls. Rajasthan Royals bought Samson again for 8.2 crores in the 2018 auction after they came back from the ban. Sanju also hit a century against Sunrisers Hyderabad in the 2019 season. If we look into his personal life, Sanju Samson married his college mate, yes, in Marivanios College. But, the problem was that she was a Hindu named Charulata Nair. But, love is blind. They have lived a happy life since then. If you ask how many matches has he played for India, he was a part of the Indian team regularly since 2014. But, was only kept as a substitute. Because, India had another unrivalable wicketkeeper named MS Dhoni. Finally, Samson's long wait gave him a chance to represent India against Zimbabwe in a T20 series on 19th of July 2015. Unfortunately, Samson could not outperform the other batsmen. Since then, Samson was not given enough chances to prove himself in the international arena. The selectors are giving lots of chances to Rishabh Pant, but Samson is not getting even a fraction of the chances Rishabh Pant gets. Sanju Samson is a technical player unlike the quick-fire Rishabh Pant. But, every cricket commentator and every fan has this question: why doesn't Sanju Samson get chances in the Indian team even if he performs consistently in the domestic circuit? Now viewers, put down your suggestions in the comments section about the selection of Sanju Samson. What we can learn from Samson's life is that if we are dedicated towards our work, people will respect your hard work and you will never fail. With this thought, I will end the video. And I will see you in another video. Till then, goodbye.